A very good evening, Zimbabwe. This is Studio 7, Live Talk, coming to you live from the Voice of America in Washington. And on this Thursday, August the 12th, 2020, welcome to our Women's Roundtable. I'm Sithandegile Mhlanga.
And I'm Marvelous Mhlanga Nyahuye, broadcasting from my home in Washington, D.C., due to the COVID-19 pandemic.
Yes, and talking of the COVID-19 pandemic, we see that as of today, you can go ahead, Marvelous.
The Minister of Health in Zimbabwe says as of yesterday, the figures currently, which was August the 11th, the figures for COVID-19 stand at 117,954 people have contracted COVID-19 since March last year. And also we've had 93,502 recoveries and unfortunately 3,991 deaths. And looking at the COVID-19 vaccination program, which is now in phase B, most of the people that have been vaccinated at the moment, the figure currently stands at 1.9 million people have been vaccinated against the COVID-19.
Yes, and the Minister of Health says just in the past 24 hours, 696 people have contracted the COVID-19, the coronavirus, and 41 deaths have been reported. We also note that some provinces are still leading in the COVID-19 infections. With yesterday, we have Nikaland, but the figures are decreasing according to the Ministry of Health, although the deaths are still not decreasing as much, which is also a crisis. And besides COVID-19, we'll be looking at other issues affecting women, including child marriages and pregnancies, and we'll also look at other issues as well. Yebo-ke kulabo abasanda ukusixhuma namhlanje sixoxa-ke lamhla sicubungula udaba lwe-COVID-19 lolunye oluphathelane labesifazane. Siyananzelela njalo ukuthi sizaphinda sithinte njalo ukuphathelane lokukhulelwa kwabantwana besesikolo kumbe besesebancinyane nokwendiswa kwabo. Sikhuluma nje, siyabona ukuthi ugatsha lukahulumende olubona ngezempilakahle luthi izolo nje abantu abadlula-ke 600 bahlaselwe ligcikwane leli, kwabhubha njalo abanye. Sikhangela ukuthi igcikwane leli lokho elaqalisayo selahlasela abantu abaningi kakhulu abafika-ke i-117,964, okutsho ukuthi amakhulu-ke ayinkulungwane-ke yabantu abedlula labo sebathatha leli gcikwane. Sibone njalo ukuthi selabulala-ke bona abafika phose 3,981. Kodwa uhlelo-ke lokujova abantu umjovo wokwenqabela leli gcikwane luyaqhubeka njalo sebefika phose izigidi ezimbili asebewamukele. Sibona ukuthi liyaqhubeka ezindaweni eziningi. Uhulumende uthi kuhle abantu behlatshwe ukwenzela ukuthi igcikwane leli lingamemetheki ngamandla. Yebo-ke, Marvelous.
Kunewo vachangobva kupinda muchirongwa chedu, tinokuchingamidzai nemufaro. Nhasi tiri kutarisa isu nyaya 117,954 vawanikwa ivo vachibatwa nedenda iri rechirwere cheCovid-19 kubva denda iri ratanga muna Machi gore rapfuura. Totarisa zvakare kuti pane vanhu 93,502 vakawanikwa ivo vachipona kubva kudenda iri reCovid-19. Asi bazi rezveutano rinotaura zvakare kuti pane vanhu 3,991 vashaya kubva kudenda iri. Totarisa panyaya yekubayiwa kwenhomba yeCovid-19, pane vanhu vanodaudzira 1.9 million vawanikwa ivo vachibayiwa nhomba iyi yeCovid-19. tiri panyaya iyoyo pane nhaurwa dzatichangobva kutambira kuti mudzimai wemutori wedu wenhau kudzanai Musengi, amai Vimbai Musengi vakatisiya kubva kudenda iri reCovid-19. Amai Musengi vaiva ivo mutori wenhau uyezve vaiva ivo vachishanda nesangano reWomen's Coalition of Zimbabwe vachirwira kodzero dzemadzimai nedzevanasikana. Pachizvichitevera izvozvo zvakare, amai vaamai Vimbai Musengi uyezve nababa vavo vakawanikwa ivo vachitisiya zvakare kubva kudenda iri reCovid-19. Asi pari zvino tichange tiine hurukuro nemumwe aishanda naamai Vimbai Musengi, amai Evanice Munando, vanova ivo sachigaro vesangano reWomen's Coalition of Zimbabwe, kuti vatipowo mazwi avo pamusoro penhoroondo yaamai vaVimbai Musengi. Alo amai Munondo.
Hello, makadi vateereri, makadi zvenyu vana Marvelous kuAmerica ikoko.
Aiwa, tiri wadi, mungatipowo nhoroondo here yaamai Vimbai Musengi avo maishanda navo?
Ndinotenda inyaya iri kutishungurudza zvizhinji sesangano rinomirira kodzero dzemadzimai reWomen's Coalition of Zimbabwe, kuti takarasikirwa naamai Vimbai Musengi vanga vachishanda nesu vakabata chigaro chekugweru vari ivo coordinator vaikoko. Vanga vachifambisa basa iri vachitungamirira chapter iyoyo. Nyora kuti chapter yegweru inobatanidza basa rinoshandwa neWomen's Coalition takanangana nemaprovince ose. Saka vanga vari bandiko reprovince ratinoshanda navo. Basa ravanga vachiita vanga vachishanda iyo muhofisi pachirungu yatinoti technical support, vachibatsira ivo kushandiswa kwemari uyezve kuongorora kushungurudzwa kwevana nemadzimai mugweri imomo, uyezve tichibatanidza kuti kana tasvika uko kunational nyaya dzemadzimai dziri kutorwa sei. Vakashanda nesu basa rinoshamisa. Ine ndinorangarira pandinogadzwawo kuita sachigaro Women's Coalition of Zimbabwe kugweri chapter ikoko kwakanga kuine bongozozo, kuine nyaya dzainesa. Amai Vimbai vakawanika vachimira semutungamiriri wegwero, zvekuti pakutaura kuno vanga vachishanda zvikuru kuti vachiita semucherechedzo wemamwe machapter atinoshanda nawo seWomen's Coalition of Zimbabwe. Tazwa kurara kwaamai Vimbai ndaitaura nawo ini pachangu vachingoti ndokunzwa miri wangu uchipera simba. Ndaingofungidzira kuti uchichapera, uyezve vachienda kunoonekwa nana chiremba vachibatsirwa zvakadaro. Asi takawanikwa nekushungurudzika zvizhinji mune ranedzuro tichinzwa shoko rekuti Vimbai atisiya. Gweri yose nemhuri yose Women's Coalition of Zimbabwe iri pakuchema nenyaya yekuti takanga tichiti aiwa taisa runhoo oro rupava ruchaita mucherechedzo wekuti maprovince edu atinoshanda nawo achanga achikopa kana kuti kuona mashandiro anga achiita gweru chapter. Amai havasiya mukaha wakanyanya pabasa ravo, ende hatisi kuziva kuti seWomen's Coalition of Zimbabwe tinotangira papi, nekuti munhu anga achifambisa donzo remusangano kana kuti reorganization kumberi, uyezve kushanda kwavo kwekushingairira pakodzero nezvimwe zvavaizivawo zvekutora nhau. Vakanga vatungamire kutumwa basa amai avo. Vaingoti pazvinenge zvaitika vanika vari panzvimbo vachitora nhau dzinoita kuti iko basa redu ringe rakasimbiswa pare zvarinenge richishanda. Saka ndiri kuchema ndakabatanawo nemhuri yekwaNhutse Musengi. Ndinoti kuna baba Musengi hamusiri moga marasikirwa, asi sangana rose nemamembers eWomen's Coalition of Zimbabwe tiri pakuchema zvizhinji, nekuti zvabva zvabatanidza kuti nevabereki vatanga tichifungidzira kuti panguva ino tingadai tichibatana nawo maoko vose vatisiya baba naamai. Inyaya inosuwisa mufunge zvizhinji, ende chikunyanya kutirwadza ndechekuti hatisi kumbowana mukana wekunoradzika mwoyo yedu tiri pamwe chete naye. Inyaya iri kutirwadza nekuti zvichatitorera nguva kuti tipore maronda ari pamuviri aya oro ari pamwoyo aya, kuti zveshuwa mwoyo yedu akatisiya. Inyaya yakaoma yatakasangana nayo, inguva yakaoma yeCovid-19, kuti mufunge taparadzaniswa pasina kana kutaura, pasina uyezve kupa ruremekedzo ratanga tichafunga kuti tichamupa segamba reWomen's Coalition of Zimbabwe.
Mumbotaurawo takatarisa tinoziva kuti pane zvamanga muri kurwisawo zvakare nyaya yekurodzwa kwevana vasati vabva zera, uyezve tichitarisa nyaya yanga iri kuitika iyo kunzvimbo yekumarange uko takaona musikana wechidiki ane makore iye 14 memory achiwanikwa iye achishaya mushure mekunge awanikwa achitakura pamuviri uyezve achizoshayika achiwanikwa iye achibereka. Munoona sei zviri kuitika izvi?
Nyaya yekurodzwa kwevana vasati vabva zera inyaya yanyanya kutekeshera munyika ino yeZimbabwe, nenyaya yekuti nyaya yamemory iyi inobuda pachena inyaya yakaita kuti inoita seinoyeuchidza vanhu. Asi semaonero nemashandiro atiri kuita isu sesangano reWomen's Coalition tikuona kuti nyaya idzi dzakawanda, uyezve chandinoda kuti mhuri vateereri vazive ndechekuti hazvisi kuitika kwamarange bedzi. Munharaunda dzedu matigere, mudzimba matigere, nyaya idzi dziri kuitika, asi hadzisi kunomhan'arwa kana kuti hadzisi kuiswa pachena nenyaya yekuti kune zvipingaidzo zvakati wandei zvinenge zviri mumhuri. Nyaya yememory inyaya inosuwisa nekuti mwana anofa achinge arwara akazvitakura kudaro. Chinotirwadza ndechekuti anobvisa panzvimbo yekudzidza anga akuenda form 1 onzi aende kunowanikwa. Ende takaongorora tikati anga ari mukadzi nofunga wechinomwe akawanikwa apa asiri oga. Tiri kuti kudii nenyaya yezvirwere, tiri kuti kudii nenyaya yekuti kana takatarisa senyika yeZimbabwe tiripo pachikamu chekusimudzira yatinoti pachirungu gender equality by 2030. Muonewo Zimbabwe yakaisa chidindo kana kuti yakabvumirana nenyika dzeUnited Nations kuti ichatorawo chikamu. Asi kana zvisingaongororwe kana kucherechedzwa nesu tinokadzika zvizhinji. Sezvo tiri kubatsira hurumende kuti nyaya idzi kana kuti mukana uyu unge uchienzani, asi hausi kuwanika nenyaya yekuti hapasi kunyanyotarisa ipapo. Tine mitemo yakawanda marvelous. Tine constitution yedu yeZimbabwe inotarisa machildren's rights. Tine mitemo Early Child Marriage Act wakaiswa mugore ra2015. Nanhasi hapana chati chaitwa, vakasenduka parutivi nenyaya yekuti vanhu vari kukadzika kuti zvinoshanda sei mitemo, nekuti pane nyaya inonzi age of consent yekuti mwana ane 16 years ndiye ega anobvumirwa kunzi ayo anoenda pabonde. Nyaya yemarriage act iye paita mukahaze zvakare nekuti zvinonzi mwana anowanikwa ane zera re18 years. Kopa tiri kuti 16-18 ndiani anenge achitora matambudziko asangana nemwana iye. Saka pabva papa mukana wekuti chero akashungurudzwa anogona kushungurudzika zvake achienda pabonde asi haakwanise kuwanikwa. Nyaya yaremera vabereki, nyaya yaremera nyika yeZimbabwe, asi tiri kuti zvizhinji kune vanhu vanoita izvozvo zvemapostori ndiko kwanyaya idzi. Hapana chiri kuitwa nanhasi, tiri kungoona zviri kutaurika nepfungwa dzakapindawo munzeve dzenyu kuAmerica ikoko, asi haasati asungwa munhu. Zvinhu zvinotibaya mwoyo wedu kuti kutaura kwese kwataita sei munhu asati asungwa iye munhu apara mhosva. Saka maona kuti nyaya iyi inoita sekamoto kamberevere, nekuti vamwe vari kupara mhosva dzacho nhasi hawana zvavari kuita nekuti vanongoti avo kwamaranga haana kusungwa. Saka zvinenge zvakanaka izvi. Iyi inyaya iri kutisuwisa mfunge kodzero dzevana dziri kuchorwa mazuva ose nevaugere naye. Uyezve hurumende ibasa rayo rekuona kuti kodzero dzevana idzi dzachengetedzwa, nekuti ndio basa ravo ravanofanira kuita izvozvo. Uyezve mitemo inenge iripo yakaiswa tinoda kuti ishande. Mapurisa aite basa rawo, matare ezimhosva aite basa rawo, hurumende dzakamirira kana vana Ministry of Women Affairs vaite basa, vana Zimbabwe Gender Commission vashande, nesuwo masangano emadzimai tise musoro pamwe chete. Ndinoona sekuti mhuri ngadzishandurwe, yatinoti transformation iya, kuti tive nekukwanisa kudzidzisika kuti izvi zvakaipa kuti tirodze mwana, nekuti mwana uyu mangwana achakwanisa kubatsira mhuri iyoyo. Zvakagara zviripo pamuchinyakare kuti vana vasikana vakagara vakatarisirwa pasi nenyaya yekuti vanongonzi vanoroorwa vachiunza pfuma mumba. Asi ndoda kuti vanhu kana kuti vakanditeerera panguva ino vazive kuti zvinhu zvashanduka. Chero mwana mukomana anounza pfuma pamba, mwana musikana anokwanisa kutobudirirawo achikakwanisa kuti nyika ishanduke iwe nepundutso yakanaka, akakwanisawo kuti kumukurudzira mhuri yekwake. Saka ndoda kuti vanhu vapinde mukudzidza, tibvise kudzidziswa kwatakaita kare kunzi vana vasikana kana kuti madzimai vanhu vanozouya mumashure atinoti ma2nd class citizens.
Tiri ipapo regai tichikupai mukana wekutaura nechirungu. Going back, if you can tell us about the life and legacy of the late Vimbai Musengi, who was actually a wife to one of our own stringers here at Studio 7, Kudzai Musengi, who succumbed to COVID-19. Can you share with us how you worked with her and what kind of legacy she leaves behind?
We are extremely heartbroken as the Women's Coalition of Zimbabwe due to the passing on of our member, our very chapter coordinator, Zimbai Nochemsengi. We have lost a gallant soul who was dedicated to her work, who was resilient and an advocate for the women's rights. Zimbai was what her work. And I remember very well when I became the national chairperson for the Women's Coalition of Zimbabwe, we had several encounters where their chapter has been going through some problems. She was setting a model to the Women's Coalition of Zimbabwe in terms of the chapters that we would want to see. Mm-hmm. The advocates' work could not go only just to a chapter, but go even beyond the national, reaching out to the underprivileged, reaching out to the marginalized. Wimbai could do so without fear or favor. So we are very deeply and heartbroken because we've lost a person whom we also are expecting to also influence change in terms of the caliber of our membership as the Women's Coalition of Zimbabwe. Yeah. And sadly, the parents have also passed on. And the difficult part is that we are not going to a standoff, a dignified standoff due to COVID-19. This is going to really to haunt us for the rest of our lives. And it's really a difficult and a sad moment that we are mourning Wimbai today together with her parents. And may her soul rest in eternal peace.
Maybe before I let you go, if you could also just comment on what we're seeing, the issue of early child marriages in Zimbabwe and also early child pregnancies, bearing in mind the story that just hit the headlines of a young girl from Marange who succumbed or who died after or during her pregnancy.
When now talking about the issue of Memory Machaya, who passed on during labor with the shrine in Marange area, there in Mutare, Manicaland province. Because I think the society is turning a blind eye in terms of not recognizing such social ills that are happening to the girl child. This is the tip of an iceberg, as I've alluded to. And most of these cases are happening. And we are really worried as the Women's Coalition of Zimbabwe because it's within the mandate of the government to ensure that they implement effectively the laws of the country. When we talk about the Early Child Marriage Act, it was established in 2014, 2015, thereabouts. And we have also the age of consent that is allowing children to get married off at 18, but they can consent at 16. Or already there's a gap there. And we talk about the marriage bill, I think it's still lying idle because we are not agreeing as a country to say how can we transform the cultural and religious beliefs that also are enshrined in terms of how we also implement our laws. We've been studying because there are a lot of issues that are happening. As I speak right now, we've also other issues that have emerged in Goromon's area where young girls are being married off, and there's nothing which is being done by the relevant authorities. So it's something that we are really working on, and we are going to really continue pushing, lobbying the government so that at least they are able to mitigate or respond to this issue on time. And even the police, I think they are not also doing their duties. That perpetrator is walking scot-free. Nothing has been done despite the noises that was made as a society. They are turning a blind ear. They are not listening to us, and we wonder as a country. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And you were mentioning that you're actually on your way to a funeral of your aunt who also passed away to COVID-19. Tell us a little bit about this. How are you going to mourn when we look at, we've heard that there are a lot of cases that are rising from people attending funerals?
Yeah, it's very difficult now to talk about these social beliefs that I was talking about, I'm actually on my way to a funeral. I have no choice. I have to go because there are some social interests that I need to protect. We are a family. These are the, very close people that I cannot afford to be there, but also being cognizant of the prevalence of the virus. We are also going to maintain social distancing. We are also going to ensure that we abide or follow the regulations, put in place by the World Health Organization. So it's something that is happening, but we are the very few, 30 people who have been allowed to attend burials so that we pay tribute to the loved one who has just passed on. But it's a very difficult situation that you take a break to make a choice or to make a decision. But this is what is on the ground.
Aiwa, tinokutendai chaizvo. Tinoziva kuti pari zvino mutori parwendo rwokuendawo kunochema hama yenyu vakashayika kubva kudenda irori reCovid-19. Mongotaura nechishona musati maenda kuti muchazvigona sei chitarisa kuti pari zvino vana chiremba vari kuti
zvakaoma zvakadaro, rufu rwauya mumba. Pane nyaya dzekuti takagarisana ubuntu, yes, asati izvo zvinhu zvatinoramba tichiyeuka nguva dzose. Rufu rwakaoma, zvatibata, tiri mhuri iri kufanira kunge ichiitawo chikamu pakuigwa kwemunhu iyeye. Saka tiri kutoenda ende tichaona kuti patinenge tiri parufuru tichatedzera mitemo yakaiswa nehurumende uyezve nedanho reutano kuti tinge tichikwanisa kuchengetedza utano hwedu uyezve tisaparadzira urwere kana kuti utenda hweCovid-19 tiri ikoko. Asi zvinhu zvakaoma nenyaya yekuti haugone kusaenda kana kurega nekuti unenge uine chikamu chaunofanirwa kunoita ikoko kunenge kwafiwa.
Aiwa, tinokutendai chaizvo kunge manga muinesu pano pachirongwa chedu. Tinoti nematambudziko uyezve mufambe zvakanaka pakuenda kunochema hama yenyu. We were hearing there from our guest who is now actually on her way to a funeral because she has lost an aunt in Banket. So she is saying that she's going to be literally observing the COVID-19 World Health Organization protocols of social distancing, wearing a mask, and making sure that they wash their hands during this funeral. But we've seen a lot happening in recent times where people have actually not been able to attend funerals physically because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Saka apo tichange takamirira zvedu. Star, we're waiting for you, but we were hearing there from Eva Nice Munando, who is the chairperson of the Women's Coalition of Zimbabwe. She was able to comment on the passing away of one of their coordinators and also their member, Amai Rimbai Musengi, who is a wife to one of our own journalists, Kudzai Musengi, who succumbed to COVID-19, and also her mother and her father also followed this week as well. They also succumbed to the disease. So this is some of the stuff that we're seeing going on the ground. Over to you, Star.
Yebo ke kulabo abasanda ukusixhuma ke lamhlanje ke sicubungula ezitshiyeneyo njalo lapho besilo nkosikazi ke Eva Nice Munondo owenhlanganiso lamalungelo abesifazana eye Women's Coalition ke nabesichasisela ke ngokunenginengi okunye eqalisa ngalo phela udaba olusegudwini olowe ukuzithwala kwamantombazana isemancinyane, ama-child marriages lama-pregnancies, ukuthi hayi akulunganga bakusola lokho kwenzakalayo eMarange komntwana okantombazana oleminyaka eli-14 obika wabhubha beletha endiselwe ke omunye umpostoli ke yena osengumuntu omdala. Siyabona ukuthi iminyaka le imncane kakhulu njalo abaningi yikho kwenze bamanyana bakhonona ngakho lokho ke okwenzakeleyo. Sikhuluma nje sibona njalo ukuthi sibona njalo ukuthi kulenye olwela amalungelo abesifazana njalo intatheli izindaba unkosikazi Vimbayi Musengi yena ke obhubhileyo ebulawa iCovid-19. Ngakho ke abalwela amalungelo oluntu laba kuntatheli izindaba labo sebemanyene ke bemkhalela ukuthi hayi kathi wenze njani ngoba ubhubhile kwathi lo nina la ulandele unina kwathi lo yise la walandela ukuthi umndeni wehlelwe lisu elikhulu ngakho-ke yikho-ke abesikhuluma ngakho lokho njalo sizaletha-ke abanye abahlonitshwa bethu sizwe lokuthi umphathintambo ophathelane labesifazana unkosikazi Sithembiso Nyoni uthini-ke yena ngalolu daba sixoxelayo khonapha emsakazweni yikho-ke okuzalandela. Marvelous.
Aiwa apo tanga tiri kunzwa Sandakile achitaura iye kuti anga ari kutaura nevanova ivo vebazi rezvemadzimai amai Sithembiso Nyoni vachitaurawo pamusoro penyaya iyoyi yekuwanikwa vana vachirodzwa vachiri vadiki. Asi ndine mumwe munyarekani wandinaye wataedza kuti tifonere muzvare Comfort Dondo vari kudawo kutaura zvakare pamusoro pekurodzwa kwevana vasati vabva zera uyezve pamusoro penyaya iyoyi yatiri kuona iri kuitika pari zvino nyaya yemusikana wechidiki Memory akawanikwa iye achiwanikwa achiita pamuviri uyezve achizowanikwa iye achishaya kubva kumuviri waanga akatakura uyu mushure mekunge arodzwa ari mwana mudiki. Saka tinoda kuedza kuti tibate muzvare Comfort Dondo vawanikwewo vachitaura pamusoro penyaya iyoyi kuti vanoona sei nyaya iyi sezvo ivo vachiita basa rekushanda vane madzimai nevanasikana vechidiki. Alo muzvare Comfort Dondo.
Hello.
Ehe atisana.
Hello.
Aiwa tiri kukunzwai. Taurai henyu zita reorganization yenyu mubva matiudza kuti muri kuona sei nyaya yemusikana wechidiki uyu Memory Machaya watakaona achitisiya pamusoro pekunge arodzwa achiri mwana mudiki ane makore 14 chete.
Zvakanaka. Ini tangwe muzvare Comfort Dondo. Ndini executive director weprogram inonzi Pumulani, Minnesota African Women Against Violence. Chirongwa chinomirira mitemo inoprotecta madzimai nevanasikana. Vanasikana vanenge iye mwanasikana Memory watarasikirwa naye. Ndaida kuti ndingotaura nyaya yekuti nyaya iyi inyaya yekundirwadza zvakanyanyisisa. Inyaya yekundirwadza nekuti ndakaona mabato anosanganisira maorganizations akaita seUnited Nations vakanyora press release. Zvinova zvinhu zvakandibata nekuti ndinofunga kuti before zvinhu zvakadai zvaitika panofanirwa kunge paine mashandiro avanofanira kuti vaone kuti vanoita nemaorganizations ari pamagrassroots. Tina mama Gumbonzanda, an advocate mufield imomo, among other women including in my organization. Ninge chidawo kuti vabate nesu pakaitika maorganizations anenge ana United Nations, UN Women vakabata nesu pabasa iri kuita macampaigns anochinja culture inodzvanyirira vanasikana. Zvinhu zvingatibatsire nekuti titega tiri mumagrassroots hatizvikwanisi. Saka ndopoint yandanyanya kutaura nezvayo iyoyi kuti things like this should not be happening in the 21st century. Kuti vanasikana vanoshayiwa voice. Mwanasikana ndiri mai vakabereka mwana wangu mukuru ari 12 years. Saka zviri kundibata asi inini call to action yatakuda kuita izvi zvatoitika zvikutirwadza asi kuti tiprotecte vamwe vanasikana vakazorwa nedambudziko irori. Ndiri kuchema nemaorganizations akaita seUnited Nations, UN Women, maorganizations anenge UNICEF, vane visibility, vane power yekushowa yekuamplifya macampaigns akadai. Ndochemawo zvakare nehurumende yedu yeZimbabwe kuti tokumbirawo kuti vatibatsire protecte vanasikana vedu. Saka izvozvo ndo zvandinoda kungosheya maererano nedambudziko rakawirwa naro nenyaya yaMemory.
Okay, yeah. Maybe Momboti Pane Chirungu, if you can just take us your view on what we're seeing with young girls during this COVID-19 being married off at a young age. And we saw the case of Memory Machaya, who was married off to the Marange Church sect and church, and then later on passed on due to a complication or allegedly in her pregnancy. Tell us what's your view as a women's rights activist.
Absolutely. So as a women's rights advocate, my heart is really broken regarding the story of Memory Machaya. And I also know that she is one of many girls who are unseen and unheard, who are marginalized. As a women's rights advocate, I join forces with powerhouses like Mama Nyalade Gumbonchanda, who advocate for young women. I think on our own we cannot do this. We need support from international, more visible organizations such as the United Nations, UN Women, UNICEF, to actually plant seeds into small grassroots organizations like ours, like the many organizations in Zimbabwe, to be able to amplify these issues. If these issues go on a global scale, there's no way they're going to be ignored. And I also want to urge the Zimbabwean government to hold our hands as women's rights organizations to stop these kind of practices. And then I also want to say what I'm observing right now. I'm in Harare as we speak. I've been moving around in the local townships. Things are not well. The COVID-19 pandemic has really impacted those who are most marginalized, which is the people who are low income. You know, as much as we're social distancing and there's curfews, there's still not enough being practice of social distancing, and even just lack of access to regular PPE supplies. So there's a dire need. Students are not in school, and also there's a lot of young people who are not working. So we have this pandemic going on, which is leading to abject poverty. We're having a lot of young people not having options. So I've received a lot of messages in my inbox recently after I posted a memory story with a lot of young people saying it's beyond just being married off. There's a lot of nuances to what is going on in our country. And so I guess, you know, it's very complex, but it's also a very simple solution. That is, I think we just need organizations at the grassroots to be supported so that we can amplify some of these issues.
So you are saying that there are solutions. What are some of these solutions besides the one you just gave us?
Absolutely. So I'll give an example. One of the solutions is we need to invest in our young people. We need to make sure that our young people are not idle. We have to create platforms for them. We need to start campaigns that are anti-child abuse. I call it child sexual abuse. We need to change the culture of how we value or devalue the girl child. I think as long as we don't value the girl child, this is going to continue. And then secondly, we need to invest in our young people. We need to create opportunities for our young people because we are seeing it's going beyond just the child marriage issue. It's also going to the pandemic. Within a pandemic that our people like our sister Savannah, whom I'm meeting with tomorrow to do some training for young people, is also working on another pandemic within this pandemic, which is the high usage of meth by young people in Zimbabwe. So I think that the solutions are multi-layered, but the first and foremost is we have to find ways to meet the basic needs of our young people. That is providing opportunities for them. I've been having a lot of meetings with some of our government officials here and just suggesting what I'm observing. It doesn't take much, and our country is a very rich country. I think we have some of the most amazing minerals in our nation. We just need to be more empathetic and try to see that our young people are hurting. They're educated and they don't have jobs, and they need to be given just a chance.
Thank you so much, the Comfort Dondo, who's actually based here in Minneapolis in the United States, but he's currently in Zimbabwe. She's just talking about some of the issues that she's seen on the ground, including, as she says, currently in Zimbabwe, there is a drug pandemic. And we actually had Savannah Madamombe and one of the young girls who, who's been taking drugs and is now off the drugs on our shores earlier on, Star.
Yes, Marv, and still on the issue, remember we said, as we promised before, we have an interview with Women Affairs Minister Stembi Sonyoni, who's actually clarifying what the government is doing concerning the child marriage issues. You remember sometime people are saying the government is not doing anything. He says as soon as they hear it, they sent a delegation there of Women's Affairs, Women's Coalition, and the police were also investigating. But we'll hear it in her own words, what she has to say. Okay, let me start it from again.
This is a clear case of child abuse, of sexual harassment and sexual abuse of young girls. We are disturbed because these girls now go through trauma. They are not ready to be mothers, wives, and sexual partners. So they go through emotional traumas, apart from just being pulled out of school, pulled out of a playground with other children into a bedroom for you to be a wife. It really has to be stopped because it is a violation of the rights of a child that has no choice, because also is done by religious leaders. It is doubly evil, because then you are betraying a trust of a young girl who thinks that churches are places where character is built, where spiritual groundedness is supported. Girls like that, they then go into vicious circles of poverty. And this trauma may never leave them throughout their lives. And more importantly for us to attack this evil is that girls are a foundation of womanhood of tomorrow. This should not be allowed by any government and any community and any society. We need to protect our children.
What steps has the government taken on this case to ensure that perpetrators are brought to justice?
In this particular case, as soon as we had my ministry set our officials in Manicaland to do the investigation, so did the police and the Zimbabwe Gender Commission. But I'm sure you are aware that there is the marriage bill, which is on the cards. And all of us look forward to the enactment of that bill, because in that bill, there is a section that prohibits child marriage. It is illegal in Zimbabwe after that bill to marry any child that is below the age of 18. So we will then try and expedite that act. We will then make sure that the police, law enforcement agents, and also our courts really abide by that law. After this law has been enacted, there is now the powers to arrest, there is the power to bring to book anyone who violates a child's right. But before, we would engage them, discuss them, but there was no law to help us reinforce the decisions that we might have come across.
And what kind of engagements are these, which you say the government has held with the local communities?
You remember that during the lockdown, a lot of girls became pregnant and they came out of school. And in one province, Mashonaland Central, there were over 4,000 in one province alone. So our ministry went there and we met with the local authorities, local leaders, the chiefs, the headmen, as well as the teachers and parents. And the girls also that had gone through those traumas. And we had a discussion. I was very happy because the chiefs were committed to making sure that in their chiefdoms that kind of practice is stopped of child marriage. And it was very interesting that there are some of the girls that had pulled themselves out of that situation and went back to school. And one of the girls came out with 12 points. And then we are doing everything possible to ensure that that girl gets to university.
Last year, the government made a legal amendment to ensure pregnant girls are not expelled from school. Are the parents embracing this opportunity?
The parents are accepting it. And also, we have got some communities that have started working in this practice. In that you have some communities that are beginning to engage the parents of the girl, to engage the students, the teachers, and ensure that this child is got support system around them. The problem cannot be solved by government alone. All of us, government, community, parents, teachers, we need to rally around these survivors of gender-based violence, of sexual harassment, and child abuse.
Yes, that was Women Affairs Minister Sthembi Sonyoni speaking to us here in Studio 7. Yes, if we could pose this question to Ms. Kumbonzwanda, what do you think about what the minister has said, looking at the highlights that they've in the past engaged these apostolic communities over child pregnancies, and even teachers, and it's everyone's responsibility? Would you say the government is doing enough?
Unfortunately, sir, Miss Nyarazai Kumbonzwanda is not answering her phone at the moment. I think it's the case of network. But let me just backtrack and just tell the audience what the minister was saying, and also what some of our guests were saying earlier on before we let them go for various reasons. Apo tanga tiri kunzwa isu kubva kune gurukota rezvemadzimai amai Sthembi Sonyoni vachitaura ivo pamusoro pemabasa avari kuita pari zvino. Vanga vari kutaura kuti ivo segurukota remadzimai vachitaura naStandakile muhlanga weStudio 7 pane yatingati yehurukuro yavakaita munguva yapfuura. Vanga vari kutaura ivo kuti ivo sehurumende vari kuedza zvavanokwanisa, uyezve vari kubatana nevatingati madzimambo nemamwe masangano akadai seGender Commission kuti vawanikwe ivo vachipa vanhu ruzivo rwekushata kwakaita kurodza vana vasati vabva zera. Tanzwa zvakare paine vamwe vari paningirikiri pachirongwa chedu vanga vari pano amai Eva Nice Munando, vanga vari kutaura ivo kuti zvakakosha kuti masangano akadai seGender Commission awanikwe iwo achipindirawo panyaya yekurwisa yatingati nyaya iyi yekurodzwa kwevana vasati vabva zera. Saka tiri kunzwa apo amai Sthembi Sonyoni vachitaura kuti ichokwadi vari kutoita izvi pari zvino sehurumende, vari kutowanikwa ivo vachibatana nemasangano anoshanda achirwira kodzero dzemadzimai kuitira kuti vawanikwe ivo vachiona kuti tisaone zvakare pane zvinoitika sezvatakaona zvichiitika kwaMarange uko mwana wechidiki ane makore 14 Memory Machaya akawanikwa iye achishaya mushure mekunge awanikwa achiwanikwa achibereka mwana wake Mr.
Yes, I've muted. Siyabonga ke, marvelous. Asizweni ke siphinde saxoxa njalo. We also spoke to Minister Sthembi Sonyoni ngesindebele ke sizwe ukuthi yena uchasisa ukuthi uhulumende kahle kahle kuyini akwenzayo ukuthi aqede lolu hlupho lwamantombazana akhulelwa emancane kumbe ayindiswa emancane ngabazali babo, ikakhulu kulabo ke sengathi ama-religious leaders abezinkonzo.
Sethu siyala khonokho ukuthi umuntu ongubaba athathe umntwana, ayikhona intombazana, umntwana amenze umfazi abesemfihla angamhambisile esibhedlela azathi uzwakale ngaye esefile. Khonokho I think is criminal. Akula sintu, akula buntu, akula buKristu, akula ngitsho umuntu olobuntu ongakuvuma khonokho. So ke mina lami njengominister we-Women Affairs ngithi mina this should be condemned with no uncertain terms. Amantombazana, a girl child, kabavunyelwe baphile indawo yabo bakhule bonjakale ngoba yinhlanyelo yabomama. Lapha singagcini amantombazana ngobuntu langesimilo langomthetho oqondileyo okuthi ukuthi sihlanyela nhlanyelo bani ezaba ngumama kusasa. So lokho kwenzakeleyo ngithemba ukuthi ukuthi kuqubule abantu abaningi kusiqubule sibili sibaningi sithemba ukuthi sizabambana lama-church wona lawa kwenzayo khonokho sizama ukudinga izindlela zokuthi bakugcine ngenxa yokuthi bathatha izimali ebantwini ezingumnikelo ngoba bona ngamabhishophi besebezisebenzisa ukuthi bathenge kumbe ba-oppresse abantwana isono esiphindiweyo esokuntshontsha isono sokudlwangula isono sokufeba isono konke kugcwele phezu komuntu ngalokho kugogela ijeji engabomama athi lapho sithi sibili sishaya ngendluku phansi ukuthi noma singaziphathi nduku kakuciche lokho bekusenzakala lokho isikhathi eside leminyakeni edluleyo uhulumende engaba lamandla yini ukuthi akuqede du njengoba sibona ukuthi isikhathi esiningi kwenzakala ekusithekeni silemthetho njengama-members of parliament e-marriage act ingavele iphume yona leyo umthetho wona lowo uyala ukuthi umntwana o-less than 18 years endiswe ngisho ukuthi thina njengama-members of parliament sabesesiqedile okwethu then sesisuka khonapho amapholisa the-reinforcement agents sokumele ukuthi babe lesho ukuthi umthetho lwana ulandelwe lama-courts babe leqiniso ukuthi umuntu okwenzileyo lokho uyajeziswa but ngaphandle kwakhonokho kukhona okuthiwa yi-civil responsibility okumele ukuthi sonke then njengabantu sikwale sikwenyanye singakufuni lamabandla akwazi ukuthi lapha bekwenza bayabotshwa singabona izinto ezinjalo sizimangale abanye abantu bayabona ulutho olubi lusenzakala balusifihle amapholisa babe bengakwazi ukuthi kuyenzakala esiphukweni lesiya bese kusithi kungaba lepholisa elinika udaba ukuthi kulesiyana isiqungu kulomntwana ofihliweyo owenziwa lokhu lalokhu lowo mpholisa ngayekela ukubopha abantu labana sesimangalela yena ngoba yena uyabe engasenzanga umsebenzi wakhe so ngithemba ukuthi kusukela namhlanje akube lokubambana eZimbabwe ukuthi into enje ingenzakali.
Yebo-ke siyabonga lapho-ke besikhuluma-ke lo nkosikazi Sithembiso Nyoni umphathintambo kahulumende-ke obona ngeziphathelane labesifazana yena-ke ochasisa ukuthi ngempela uhulumende uyakusola lokho okwenzakeleyo okokuthi untombazana omncinyane lo azithwale weminyaka engu-14 kuphela. Siyezwa futhi ukuthi lelo bekulihlandla lakuqala lengxoxo yethu. Kwesibili uyachasisa ukuthi njengoba lokho kungasikho kwakuqala kusenzeka uhulumende wake wahamba khonale kwenye indawo okwazakala ukuthi udaba lolu lubhahile eMbire wahlala phansi-ke labo bonke abakhonapho-ke induna osobhuku ababalisi bonke bacubungula-ke lolu daba njalo-ke uhulumende lokho elukhangele emelele phela umthetho i-Marriages Act ukuthi iphumelele phela ukwenza ukuthi uhulumende ayisebenzise-ke ukuthi alungise lolu daba. Ngike ngabona-ke silo nkosazana Victory Matutu ongenayo lapha kuhlelo sibone kumbe singambona sike samthi chazi kodwa usecatshile ngokuthi ngolunye owezim imbokodo ngomunye othi udaba lolu lokwendiswa kwamantombazana amancinyane kumbe ukuzithwala kwawo lumhlaba umxhwele. Yebo-ke siyakwamukela kuhlelo nkosazana Matutu. Siyabonga sicela-ke ukhweze ivolume mbijana lami ngizakhweze yami ngapha ukwenzela ukuthi abalaleli lababukeleyo bekusi. Yeah sokuzwakala. Umzwile-ke ekhuluma uMinister uSithembiso Nyoni besixoxa la khonapha eStudio 7 wachasisa ukuthi ngempela uhulumende unenga amacebo awenzayo ukuthi udaba lolu luphele laye kaluthandi. Ungathini ngamazwi akhe singafiki umbono wakho?
Kunzima ukuthi ngikholwe mina ukuthi uhulumende ukhona kwenzayo ngoba akusonto enjalo into lokhu yenzeka kuphela kusukela isiphuma manje ngoba sokulama-social media lapha abantu abakwazi ukuthi bezinjalo bazikhohlise kodwa into ivele iyenzeka leyo kuyikuthi umama uSithembiso Nyoni nohulumende into kumele ukuthi ngani bayithathele izinyathelo kudala, into kumele ngani bayithathele izinyathelo kudala, and kungasiwo ama-social media lawa ukuthi besingasoze sizibone lezi zinto kodwa zisaziwa ukuthi zikhona ziyenzeka, zingathatheli izinyathelo ngenxa yayo. Siyabonga kodwa nxa kuyikuthi sebezothatha izinyathelo ngalokho ngoba kuyinto embi kakhulu.
Njalo utshilo ukuthi bathi bekuzwa bahle bathumela iqula kugatsha lwabo, kwahamba lelo-gender affairs, kwahamba ole-women's coalition, kwahamba-ke lamapholisa alucubungula lolu daba. Njalo sithe simbuza wathi sebake bakwenza ukuthi bayehlala endaweni leziyana ezigcwele amapostoli beludingisisa lolu daba. Kodwa njengoba usitsho mhlawumbe nje uhulumende la engabe zicatsha ngomunye kodwa laye uthi hayi ukhathazekile impela ngodaba lolu. Nanko phela uhulumende uke wafaka loluya hlelo lokuthi amantombazane engazithwala yenzeni abuyele esikolo, umntwana afunde njalo esithwele kungathiwa kamiswe. Yebo-ke sesingazwa wakho umbono wena uthini ngodaba lona lolu olwabantwana abendiswa bebancane kumbe abazithwala bebancinyane?
Umbono wami nje wona sengathi kulo mahluko phakathi komntwana ozithwele emncane umntwana oyenziweyo usaziwa ngabazali. Ukuzithwala komntwana emncane mhlawumbe kungasuka kusenzeka ukuthi umntwana usuke wayenza kahle ngaphandle, kodwa kulokhu kokwendiswa kwesinye isikhathi umntwana angimboni elento elesey kulokhu ukuthi wendiswe ngabazali. So izinto ezingithiwe ezehlukeneyo labantwana abazithwala bebancane ngoba bengaziphathanga kahle, isisikhona abantwana abayendiswayo bese besiyafala abazali abantwana bengabantwana, akusi-fault yabo laba bantwana, i-fault ngeyabazali. So kulapha sibhekane lohlupho lwabazali abayendisa abantwana bese bentwana bebebuka ngamakhosikazi abobaba abadala. So ngale ndlela ngicabanga ukuthi akudilwa labantwana lapha, kudilwa labazali. Singabhekisisa sathola abantwana bona laba abayendiswayo bayendiswa ngaphandle kokuvuma kwabo. Ma ungumntwana ole-13-14 years umzali ethi yenza ukuthi akukho lula ukuphilisana leli zwi lomzali ngoba isikhathi esiningi sazi ukuthi abazali babakwazi ukuqondileyo for abantwana, kodwa nxa sokuphinde kube abazali abathatha abantwana bebahambisa lapha kunzima ukuthi udile lo mntwana, kumele kudilwe labo abazali. Yikho owami umbono ukuthi njengoba into leyo isiphumele phansi siyaziwa loba kade ivele isaziwa kodwa Themba njengoba uhulumende sithi ukuthi uzasukuma abaphuma idumo impela abantu laba babanjwe. Engangokuthi mina njengomuntu olela amalungelo abamama labantwana abangamantombazane, ngicabanga ukuthi lo baba obenguye ongumnikazi womntwana kalo ntombazane omncane osenele 14 years ebelethe umntwana, kumele ukuthi ngani usentolongweni njengamanje ngoba nyabe ngingayiboni into engabe bazizile ukuthi lo baba aboshwe. Obaba abayenza lezi zinto ababoshwe, akubotshwe labazali abayendisa abantwana. Kungabe kulisiko mhlawumbe ngesipostoli ukuthi kuyinto kulisiko labo, kodwa asimuveli lezi zikhathi. Kwakungabe kulisiko abelenza kudala kodwa okwamanje isiko lakhona alisekho relevant lempilo esiphila manje, alisekho relevant. Akwenziwe kuthatha izinyathelo impela labo baba baboshwe, kuboshwe nabazali, abazali ababekwazi ukuthi umntwana mayile 14 years. Even umthetho wahulumende waseZimbabwe umntwana mhlawumbe ele-16 years kulapho kungathiwa khona maybe sengaqala ukuzicabangela ngoba sexual active, kodwa ukuthi abe married 18 years. So lokho sikubonayo ukuthi abantwana abale-13 years umntwana omncane le-14 years abe sengunkosikazi womuntu azathwala umntwana, into e-wrong kakhulu. Njalo siyacela uhulumende waseZimbabwe ukuthi laba bantu ababoshwe ma bengaboshwanga ukuthi sizagcina sithi uhulumende uvumelana la.
Njengoba use-South Africa khona ngapho ungathi udubo lolu lubhahile yini kumbe luzwela khona leZimbabwe, kukanti khona ezigabeni zeMatabeleland lukhona yini ngobuningi balo kumbe ngokwenzakala njengabalwela ilungelo loluntu lukuzwa kusenzakala kwabokholo lwesiposto?
Mina njengomuntu lapha e-South Africa kukhona ezinye izizwe ezilosiko okubizwa kuthiwa ukuthwala. Lapho cishe kufana nalokhu ukuthi umntwana omncane uyabethwalwa ahamba ayekwenza, kodwa njengoba silapha uhulumende we-South ayitholayo kakhulu leyo nto yokuthi abantwana bathwale bayekwenziwe ngabantwana. So lezi nhlangano ezidlela amalungelo abantwana lapha eSouth Africa zilwa kakhulu nalowo mkhuba, njalo uwumkhuba esubona usehla kakhulu loba kade kusenzakala ngesikhathi sakudala. Manje akusenzeki kangako, lalokhu kwenzile kungatholakala umuntu uyabotshwa futhi uzokuphuma ezindabeni ukuthi umuntu ubethwala umntwana usebotshiwe, kulicala. So laseZimbabwe ngingathi ezigabeni zemathebeleleni besingakakuzwa ngaleyo nto. Lapho kuzwakala khona esipostelini abantu laba bavika nge-religion, okuyinto erongo kakhulu. Inkolo yomuntu akumelanga ukuthi ivumele umuntu ayenze ulutho olubi kanjalo. Kuphinde kube yinkolo yesiKristu le yokuthi akuvunyelwa nje vele ukuthi kwenziwe into enjalo. Kumele kube ngenye ingxenye yezinto ezibalwa njengezono. Njengabantu abakhonzayo ababela bengamaKristu, asazi ukuthi bakwenzani lokho. Esigabeni zemathebeleleni akhona amapostoli kodwa awekho lawa aphathiza isiko lelo lokuthi abantwana abaye esikole, abantwana abaye esibhedlela, abantwana bayiswa bengaphela sesebancane. So ngicabanga ukuthi emathebeleleni angazi ukuthi kukhona kodwa bengakaze ngikuzwe. Engangokuthi uma ngingakuzwa ngingangimangaza kakhulu ngoba esikujwayele ukuthi abantwana basuke bazifake bengaziphathanga kahle bona ngokwabo, ukuthi umntwana usuke eziphephile, hhayi ukuthi akhethelwe ngabazali.
Yes.
So silapha eSouth Africa ngasibona uhulumende we-South Africa ebabopha abantu abezenjalo. Sibheke ukuthi lo hulumende waseZimbabwe akababophi laba bantu ngoba baphambana nemithetho.
Yes, singathini-ke ngalabo abazithwala ngoba siyabona ukuthi kulalokhu abathi age of consent okubo-16 lokuthi umntwana ngendlela ele-18. Kodwa siyamukela njalo enye impiko ethi abantwana sebephuma ezikolo ngenxa yabo abanye besiyakwendela ikakhulu lapho kutsheketshwa khona okuthiwa ngamakorokoza, besiyawendela khonaphana bengasabuyeli ezikolo. Kodwa sebedlulile i-age leyana ka-16 eshumi lesithupha ukuthi abangeke babotshwe, kodwa abayindanga bazithwele benjalo. Khona ungathini ngakho ngoba lapha kukhangelwa ngoba lowo mntwana emncanyane kakhulu ku-age of consent, osewedlula i-age of consent kodwa engafikanga i-18 yena ungathini nxa sezithwele engasafundi?
Yabona lokho kuyenziwa izinto eziningi. Abantwana okwenza sisene sibabona sebefika kumakorokoza besiyazenzisa. Okokuqala mhlawumbe kungabala ubuyanga ukuthi abantwana kwekunye okubenza bayezenzisa izindaba zendaba, abanye vele ungaziphathi kahle kwabo. Kuphinde kube lalo mthelela wokuthi thina njengabazali asikho eduzane nabantwana. Abantwana bayazisa bezikhulisile benjalo, kunzima ukuthi ungumzali uwondle umntwana ngefoni. Ngingabe ngingumzali ngisebenza kwi-diaspora ngilo mntwana oseZimbabwe, kunzima ukuthi umntwana wami ngimkhuze kumbe ngimfake endleleni. Njalo umntwana sonke sidlule khona ku-stage lesi abantwana abasuke bekuso. Silabazali-ke kwesinye isikhathi bekusesula, kodwa kulesi stage abakithi abantwana badinga thina njengabomama labazali ukuthi sibe seduzane. Singekho eduzane nje abantwana bale nkululeko yokwenza loba yini. So kuyenziwa izinto eziningi ukuthi abantwana sibone sibabona besezimweni ezinjalo. Asingeke sikubalekele futhi ukuthi abantwana vele bengama-teenager ukungaziphathi kahle lokwenza izinto eziphuma endleleni kujwayelekile. Kodwa mase sikubala manje sibabona belama-16 years besuke bayazenzisa bona bengabantwana babasebenzisele ngalo. Kunzima, kumele kube nendlela yokuthi mhlawumbe njengenhlangano zabomama kanje labomama labantwana abangamantombazane kube khona esikwenzayo, mhlawumbe kube khona imfundiso eziba khona ebantwaneni. Like kuke kube lezinto zokuthi abantwana kulezinye inkonzo esizaziyo ukuthi abantwana bayahlolwa, abantwana behlale behloliwe nje behlale ngaphansi komthetho. Ngapha eSouth Africa kulokuthi abantwana bayahlolwa kuntombi. Kunzima ukuthi umntwana uzothiwa usehambe wazenzisa waba lendoda ngoba esazi ukuthi yena uyahlola, uzathi mase siyahlola kutholakala engasagcwalanga ngendlela okumele abe ngabe ngakhona bese siba nje. Nalelo ngezinye izinto ezingamasiko ezenza abantwana bekwazi ukuthi bazigawule bahlale. Kodwa ngoba kunzima futhi ukuthi abazali bebe seduzane nabantwana bezinjalo ngoba singabazali kumele siphume siyekhandela abantwana.
Yeah,
lokho sicela uhulumende ukuthi awabe khona ama-programs azama ukuthi aqoqe abantwana abangamantombazane bengagcwala umgwaqo bengagcwala ukuthi bagcine sebezendisa ebantwini abalezimali. Okunye yikhona ukuthi abantwana abafundi bathi ufike umuntu engaqeda u-form 4 kumbe eqeda u-form 3 akusela mali yokubhadala sehlala ekhaya akusela nto azaphila yenze ngoba akusela mali yokubhadala ola muntu ombhadalela esikole asekucabanga ukuthi sekufuna ukuthi abe ngumuntu omdala.
Yes, you have mentioned that you have mentioned that in South Africa there's this virginity testing so that parents can ensure that their children are not engaging in any sexual activities. Would you say that's a good practice or it's also a violation of the girl child? We have a minute if you summarize in English.
I wouldn't say that's a violation of the right of the girl child because that is something that has to be done. It's not like they will be violated. Let's say we say they will not be tested by just random women. Maybe in hospitals or in clinics where they can go there and get tested. It maybe if we say random women can just test them, will be seen as violating their rights. But this is something that must be practiced. It might help groom our girl children.
Apo tanga tiri kunzwa kubva kuna mai Victress Matutu asi regai tiende kuna Lucy Ndongwe Chikora ari muno muAmerica vachitipawo pfungwa dzavo pamusoro pekurodzwa kwevana vasati vabva zera. Pindai muchirongwa mubva matiudzawo zita reorganization yenyu nepfungwa dzenyu.
Aiwa, tinotenda sisi Mave. Zita rangu ndinonzi Lucy Ndongwe Chikora. Ndiri kubva kusangano reRosario Memorial Trust zvakare reMTC Educated Girl Inc. Panyaya dzevana kurodzwa kwevanasikana inyaya yatinobata zvakanyanya tichitsvaga mamwe maactivities atingakwanisa kuita huru yakabata nyika yose yaMemory Machaya musikana ane makore 14 akawanikwa achishaika achisununguka. Izvi zvinhu zvakatibata pamwongo nekuti senyika ndichinhu chandingati chakatipa shame. We should be hanging our heads in shame. Kuti zvona tine mitemo yakanaka zvakadaro uye tine bumbiro rimwe rigere patafura richiri kuda kupedziswa kuti rinyatsokwenenzverwa rekusarodza kwevanasikana. Towanikwa tine vana vakaita sana Memory kuti azofa at 14 zvinoreva kuti akatanga kusanganikwa naye pabonde zvimwe kuda achitori nemakore 12 kana 13 chaiwo. Saka zvinhu zvatinoti hatisi kufanira kuona kutarisa zvichiitika. Uye zvakare yes.
Thank you so much. Unfortunately, time is not on our side, but we would really like to thank you for having come in and weighed in. I know you came in last minute, but you're literally capturing what our previous guests were saying regarding, the early child marriages in the country and also the early marriages. So thank you so much, Amai Lucy Ndongwe Chikora, who was here as part of our guest staff.
Yes, and we'd like to also say thank you to our guest, Victress Matutu of Zim in Bogota. Signing off is Sithandekile Mhlanga here in Washington.
I'm Marvelous Mhlanga Nyahuye saying thank you again to also Comfort Dondo. And we also had Amai Evanice Munondo of the Women's Coalition of Zimbabwe. See you again tomorrow on Let's Talk Ngati Kurukurei.
Thank you.